All right, the cheers right there. Freedom wins and tyranny loses as a gun-grabbing bill in Virginia goes down in flames. We're joined now by Virginia Senator Mark Obenshain. He was in the room and voted against that bill. He's also the co-chair of the state GOP caucus, as well as a ranking member of the Judiciary Committee. Sir, thanks for making the time.
Well, you bet. It's good to be with you. Thanks for covering this.
Yes, the final vote was 10-5, so that means you got some Democrat votes. What changed their minds?
Well, every once in a while, common sense shines through. We have a few Democrats who are still from rural Virginia, willing to listen to some of their constituents, who have a constituency that includes people who believe in the Second Amendment. And, every once in a while, they vote their conscience.
Yeah, for those who don't know, some of the more egregious parts of this bill, what were the ones that stood out for you as being just over the line and, as I said, tyrannical?
This bill has traveled a tortured course during the course of the General Assembly, and it would have essentially made illegal every full-size semi-automatic handgun that is sold in Virginia, and it would have made felons out of a vast number of law-abiding Virginians who held on to their semi-automatic handguns or semi-automatic rifles that have removable magazines. The bill would have made it illegal to even possess a magazine with capacity with more than 12-round capacity, and would have made you a felon if you didn't turn it in. And it is just a really stunning overreach that takes your breath away.
Yeah, well, speaking of taking your breath away, a lot of conservatives and a lot of political watchers were taken aback, astonished, their breath taken away, if you will, at the sight of 22,000 people descending on your Capitol. A, were you shocked? B, tell me about your Democrat colleagues. How are they feeling about the reaction from we the people?
Well, some of them still profess to have post-traumatic stress disorder, and which is really truly. It was, on January 20, it was traditional lobby day. Schools in Virginia are closed that day. Every year, thousands of people come to Richmond to lobby their legislators on a wide variety of issues, including Second Amendment activists every year. This year, they were motivated by the Democrats' overreach, the Senate Bill 16, and this House bill that would have had an absolutely amazing impact upon a vast array of otherwise legal firearms. It was a great crowd. I walked out, walked among the constituents who were here, and everybody was feeling good. Everybody was polite. I had people who were asking me, "Are you Republican? Are you Democrat?" They were just interested in talking. There was nothing to be afraid of. The governor had fences erected around the Capitol. It was like putting up a cage, and it was insulting. It was sad to see Jefferson's Capitol encapsulated like that with the kind of rhetoric that the governor really didn't need to engage in. He even had some discussion about between the governor and Congressman McEachin about calling out the National Guard. And it was outrageous. These are just people who are here petitioning their legislators like they do every year.
Yeah, about those Democrats, your colleagues who are bought and paid for by Mayor Michael Bloomberg money, do you think that they will now listen to the will of the people? Do you think they still have this mindset that they know better? And more importantly, for we conservatives, do you think they'll pay a price in November?
I don't know whether they're going to pay a price in November. We have House of Delegate races, not this year, but next year. So the House members are unrepentant. I heard that one of the Democrats who voted against the assault weapon bill, so-called assault weapon bill, had one or two of his non-controversial bills killed in the House of Delegates. They're mad. And most of them are from urban and suburban Virginia, largely from Northern Virginia. And they are true believers. They believe that there are things more important than our Bill of Rights. They are self-appointed civil libertarians who think that they can pick and choose which of the Bill of Rights are worth protecting.
Well, since you're on the ground there, let me just ask you really quickly, and the last question I have for you is about your governor. Some are alleging that he is doing such a strong attack on the Second Amendment to distract from his blackface episode and, of course, his, there's no other way to put this, infanticide bill that he was pushing to kill children after they were born. Any truth to that on the ground politically?
Yeah, absolutely. Late last summer was the Virginia Beach shooting, and it was a horrible event for Virginia, for Virginians. The governor immediately started beating the drum about the Second Amendment, about his gun bills, proposed a special session immediately in which he introduced 6 bills that were regurgitated from session that had just concluded, bills that he admitted would have done absolutely nothing to have prevented the tragedy that took place in Virginia Beach. And it was really a cynical, politically motivated effort that really.
Yeah. Hey, Senator, I hate to cut our time short, but we're up against the clock here, sir. I hope we can talk again and make sure you stay there on the wall and protecting Virginians' Second Amendment right. Folks, stay with us. Be right back.